Welcome to CBS, Cosmic Brothers and Sisters, where we introduce you to your family members from across the galaxies and across the universe, and where no AI is ever needed, just your favorite tinfoil hat. Go get it on. I got mine on. We're going to watch Tim on Cosmic Disclosure, talk to Emory about councils and federations and alliances. Oh my. Let's watch. Go get your favorite tinfoil hat on. I've got mine on. Let's go.
As the pyramid descends, how do we get to the Council of Seven? And who are the members?
So if we're talking about this galaxy, the official representative in 3D actually is the Council of Andromeda. This is the 3D representation of what's going on level 7 consciousness. And they are actually in contact with different groups, among the stars and on Earth. And basically on Earth, this is, way down the line, but then you find all these different space agencies, different military organizations that all carry, the triangle of shape in the logo.
So far, we have the Greys, the Zetas, and the Andromedans. Who else makes up the Seven?
They're not composed of 7 groups. They're actually composed of millions of groups in that kind of way. It's still a pyramid shape, bringing down the order and advices coming from the Council of 7. But being 6, for example, is one of the members of them as well. So they also report to Saturn. At that moment, we're reaching realms of existence that are so exotic and far away that, definitions of life are really hard to make. So if we are talking about 3D representation of it, then the Council of Andromeda is the official representative of the Council of 7. And the number 7 actually comes from, the high state of frequential harmony. And actually, the logo also refers to that.
What is the significance of Saturn you keep referring to, Tim?
Basically, planets in itself are life forms as well. So if we take the sun in its original form and not in the way that we, from our perspective, receive it, then you will see that the sun is actually, in this solar system, the first giver of consciousness. And that is actually why you see the ancient Egyptians, why you see the Sumerians, why you see all those Mayans and different other ancient civilizations actually paying respect and worshiping this solar entity in this way, because they all understand that consciousness actually comes from the solar activity. If we think outside of the box of our own reality, then the planet itself is part of this harmonious field that curves around the solar system. And from their perspective, they have an enhanced reality, enhanced perception of Saturn. And it's not only a planet anymore or life sphere, it's much more, it's its own reality and its own entity, its own sentient being.
When you speak about Saturn as a sentient being, is it a different reality?
It is used as a base, but it's also a different reality. So if you think of a very enhanced moment of perception and reality, then you will see that they create their own reality field around that. But on this level of perception and the way that we as 3D, 4D, 5D beings receive it, it's also been used as a tangible 3D manifestation basis and a location in time.
Who are the beings who live on or around Saturn?
I don't know if there are beings living on Saturn, but what we know is that the planet itself is a kind of a location in order to make meetings possible. The Council of 7 has also been understood as a very tangible and physical reality where sort of gatekeepers, I think it's what the translation would be, more or less holographically portrayed, and people enter that field and have direct communication with them. And also the ring around Saturn is supposed to be some kind of defensive barrier with a lot of infrastructure in it.
So there isn't a dominant species living around or on Saturn in the same way as humans are the dominant species on Earth.
Well, we know that some kind of life form is living there. I don't know if it's a 3D form. I don't know if there are houses in that way, if you understand me. So I don't know if that is the case. What we know is that just as much as we have space stations around the planet Earth, there's a lot of infrastructure around planet Saturn.
This infrastructure around Saturn, who placed it there and who maintains it?
Good question. So it's basically not been placed there by humans. I have no information about who placed it there, but it's maintained by the Galactic Federation. Basically, all those members are actually part of the Council of Seven, and they are actually doing the maintenance work.
What is the role of the Council of Seven?
So the role of the Council of Seven is to draw in as many species, races, and beings, so they can have this, unified field that, combines all possible realities. That might be very abstract to understand, but if you want to see it from our perspective, then again, we have this problem in the universe in duality, actually, because this is a dualistic universe or version of the universe that things are opposing each other. So you always have some kind of conflict or differences in opinions. So planet Saturn, or the Council of Saturn, actually gives allowance to certain missions to take place. Whenever, for example, a being contacts another being, if you for example take an ET species that appears on planet Earth or goes into contact work in that field. So they always have to get their allowance from the Council of Seven.
For how long?
Council of Seven, Council of Nine, Council of 12, Galactic Federation, Galactic Alliance. There's too many chefs in the kitchen messing with our reality. It's insane. It's nuts. Voting us up, voting us down, voting us in, voting us out. Oh my God. What do you guys think? Leave some comments on who you think is conspiring to control this reality. Okay, here come the credits. You're going to have to subscribe to CBS, and you're going to have to like your cosmic brothers and sisters, because it's always good to like your cosmic brothers and sisters. Always like your cosmic brothers and sisters. No AI necessary.